The plan for today was to reach Foix and complete the Cathar trail. The remaining distance was about 25 kilometers. I had spent the night quite okay. A few deers, foxes and badgers walked past the tent at night, but nothing big or scary. Considering that the remaining distance was not so great, I decided not to rush and to enjoy the last day of the journey. A certain Pedro had tried to cross the mountain by car, but unsuccessfully. Another disaster and beauty. The inscription indicated that I had spent the night in the Mondini forest. The path up to the cliff did not promise to be easy. While climbing up to the mountain, I decided to deviate from the path and go to the cave indicated on the map. Unfortunately, this meant losing about 100 meters of altitude, which I will have to gain back again later. The cave walls were muddy and quite dangerous. I wasn't able to visit it without equipment, so I didn't go any deeper. A mysterious, huge hole. Perhaps someone was looking for Templar treasures and the Holy Grail here. Below was the village of Roquefixade. Sitting on this rock, I decided to have breakfast at this beautiful spot. If there is no wind, this is simply an absolutely charming place for a tent. On the mountain, I met a herd of friendly goats and fed them some apple slices that were left over from my breakfast. While marketed in the tourist industry as one of the so-called Cathar castles, the ruins are from a later period. Despite this, the site did provide a place of refuge for the Cathars at the time of the Albigensian Crusade. Taking such a castle would probably have been absolutely unrealistic, unless you destroy it with catapults from the hill above. The drinking water had run out, so I would still have to go to the village of Roquefixade. The plan for an easy walk fell through, however. After carefully examining the trail, it was clear that there will still be 20 kilometers ahead and several climbs. Moreover, the air temperature was well above 25 degrees Celsius, and I was simply not ready for it. After resting a little bit and eating 4 juicy tangerines, I trudged up the hill. The trees blocked the sun, and the higher I climbed, the wind also cooled my overheated body. The trail was interesting with its piles of stones that grew like large mushrooms on both sides of the trail. I found out that there were really a lot of changes in the trail at this stage. Therefore, you have to follow the signs and markings. Finally, there was a long-awaited path down, which was supposed to go all the way to Foix. However, when I reached the village of Karaibat, I realized that the trail had been completely changed again, and there was nothing left to do but climb up the mountain in the heat. Special thanks to that person who came up with the idea of taking the trail down to the village and then back up. He or she should try it himself in the heat. Down in the distance is the town of Monthalart. At the gate I noticed the first venomous snake. It quickly slipped into a clump of bushes. The heat drives out all cold-blooded creatures, not just lizards. I had been on the road for 9 hours and 30 minutes. I wanted to rest on a bench. However, after the storm warning sounded on the watch, it was clear. The apocalyptic storm that I had been trying to avoid for the last few days had finally arrived. And there were still 6 kilometers to Foix. So the last push still had to be done. After a long time, I was glad to feel the asphalt road under my feet. Paradoxically, as much as I hated it at first stage, of the trail. I was so glad to see it in the last one. Overall, this trail definitely changes a lot in mindset and attitude towards life in general.